Welcome to my YouTube channel, Julia Nail Crafts. So it's time for Dawn and Julia Create, and Dawn has chosen the challenge. I think she must have enjoyed last challenge because we're using the same products. So I think she must have just sort of flicked through the book and thought, do you know what? That's quite nice. So anywho, we are to make 3 cards and 2 tags using what we have of this book. So we've both got this one. I think we both bought it from, it looks like a one that's from the range, and I think they were about £4. We can also use my random script stencil. Mine needs cleaned, obviously. We can have 1 distress ink and 1 Nuvo drop. I've not chosen my colours yet because I'm just going to see the direction my cards go first, and a black pen. So what I am going to do is I'm actually just going to pull this whole pad apart, pop all the elements out, get the papers out, all of that, so that I've got it in piles and I know what I'm doing. And yeah, then we will start creating. So I've divided everything up. I've got my pop outs here, I've got my sentiments here, we've got the vellum sentiments and the papers here. To be honest, a few of these papers, like for example this one, I can actually see me just sitting fussy cutting out all those elements, because I think I'd prefer them as elements, to be honest, but I'm not sure. But we are literally going to use everything. So I like the idea of using these circles. This one's a bit damaged, but we can work our way through that. And also, when I do this, I keep things like this. If you think about how much you maybe pay for a packet of grey board, yeah, and I have a feeling that Dawn may use packaging, because she likes to do things like that. So for my tags, I think I'm going to do my tags first. I'm going to use my packaging. So I'm just literally going to cut a couple of strips out of this, and we'll have, you know, a grey board tag, because why not? So I am just going to stick some paper on these. I'm not going to give it too much thought, she says, flipping through them. And what I also might do, because we've got that on the background, I might just put paper on the background as well. To make it extra pretty. Well, to make it extra pretty, and also to sort of stash bust this kit, because I kind of think that Dawn, when she was doing... Look, do you want to know something? Look. This is the last Dawn and Julia Create. I've not finished filming this yet. Yeah, exactly. I am working 2 weeks ahead. Who knew such things were possible? I really am actually quite concerned about my health. You know, normally I'm filming Friday night. I have even been known to film Saturday morning. So, but I kind of had the stuff out for making that one, and I was like, oh, I may as well do next week's one as well, seeing as we're using the same kit. And I have a feeling that Dawn was fiddling with the kit and then thinking, oh, I could get this stash busted, so we'll use it again. I mean, I could be completely wrong. So in lieu of the fact that, you know, let's try and use it. I mean, there's absolutely no way on this earth that I'm going to use all of this up on just 3 cards and 2 tags. But let's see how much we actually can use up. And I love this packaging. See, this is what I like to do. In craft, there are so many lovely, lovely, pretty things that we want to buy. And I totally get that, and I think it's important to purchase some good practical things that might not be overly interesting, like your scissors, like a decent trimmer, like my blending mat, things like that. But the rest of the time we just want to spend money on pretty things. So why spend money on 3D foam when you can use cardboard? Why spend money on packs of grey board and chipboard and stuff like that for tags when you can just use packaging? And we're buying the packaging anyway because we bought the, you know, we bought the kit. So I think sort of thinking outside the box, using absolutely everything, just can make your pennies go a little bit further, which is always awesome. So I hadn't decided what colour I was going to go, but now that I've put these tags down in the green, I think I'm going to go with peacock feathers, because normally I sort of think of these things as I'm going. Does mean that like everything's going to have a slight green tinge now, but that's okay, we can live with that. So let's get this down, and I will find a paper for the other side, and we will see how we can get on with this. it's because I had the idea for using the packaging is I kind of think that with these circles here, we could kind of have little characters peeping out from them, like little windows. That's kind of what was in my head. So that's kind of what I'm going to attempt with for one of them. What the other one will look like, I'm not overly sure. Right, so that's that side. And then let's get another sheet of paper. I want a complete contrast. Let's go for this one then, because that's very different to the front. Oh, it's quite thick paper that. I'm trying to separate it out because it feels quite thick. Yep, definitely only got one sheet of paper. Okay, so we will get the paper down on this side too. I have actually got an idea of what I want to do for the next Dawn and Julia crate as well, but I'm in the process of negotiating with my daughter because I want something of hers. We're in the process of negotiations. She's winning. Oh dear. Right. So I'll cut around this. And so this is just because we've got obviously the pattern back. If it had been grey board both sides, I probably wouldn't have bothered, to be honest. But just the fact that we do have, we can see the packaging. If we are wanting to gift this tag or, you know, use it, it might be preferable to not have the packaging showing. See, now you would never know that we've used packaging off our book. Now it looks like we've gone out and bought one of those expensive tags, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've bought them too, and I will continue to buy some as I fancy them. But I'm also just quite happy to use packaging and stuff. It's like, why not? Why not indeedy doodly? So let's get some glue on here. And yeah, the next thing I will do is get out our Distress inks. Okay. So yeah, I'm wondering, well, I'd like to think that like this is me now, you know, that I'm now going to be organised and could be ahead of myself, but the reality of the situation is homeschooling starting again on Monday, so work life will be early in the morning and late at night, and yes, I will probably be flying by the seat of my pants again before I know it. Right, isn't that a bit cool? Now I don't know whether to do one green and one, yeah, let's do that rather than them being both quite samey. I now want to, well, I don't want to stick that down. Let's just, I'm going to chop that down and I'm going to get my Distress ink out. I don't know if I'm going to put the peacock feather edging around this black and white one. I might just keep that sort of quite stark and use my black pen, seeing as we're allowed a black pen. So I'm just going to put it on this one for just now and get a nice edging to it. I always find adding an edge and stuff, it's this sort of thing that creates another level to your work. So I'm just going, oh, do you know what, it feels such, this tag feels such a nice quality, it really does. It's kind of like, it's like, you know, it just feels so good. And it's just so satisfying knowing that that's been done from packaging. Right, so I'm going to get a bit of green onto this as well, so we take that starkness away. Now, there is a bit of damage to this top one here, so we will have to sort of cover and rectify that in some way, but we'll see how we go. Right. And then I think I'm also going to grab my stencil and get a bit of extra detail on this, just because we can. This is quite a thick script. I do have stencil, I mean this is my stencil, but I do have other script stencils where it's not such thick chunky writing. I suppose in my head I was thinking of putting pastes and things through it. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking something like that, but I want little characters poking out of it. So actually, I'm thinking we could have, if we had like the rabbit, we could maybe, if we could get him through, then part of his, if we had him sort of coming in and out of it, as it were, like that. Ooh. Oh look! Then we could possibly just hide that there, like that. Okay. So the idea is I'm going to have little characters all peeping about, so a few of them may get chopped. He may get chopped in half. I am sorry folks, but you know. It may well happen. Oh look, there's a little hedgehog. So we could have... Oh, I love this. I love this idea. It's just brilliant. Oh look! I'm so chuffed with myself. I was actually probably will be up. I was filming the other night, and it's like I did something and I was actually just so excited with myself that I was squealing a little bit. I'll pop that. Yeah, I like them sort of popping in and out. Right, so then we need a little character for this one here. No, it needs to be bigger. Nope. And we'll get there, we will get there, we will find the perfect character. It is here waiting. This idea is working far too well for it not to. Oh, we're a little raccoon. Might have to chop his thing off him. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna gradually glue these little peeps in. Oh, I'm so chuffed. I am ridiculously happy. Right, let's get sort of, I'm going to glue the different bits. We'll work this as we go. And then let's get a little bit, I'm going to have to chop his belly off. It's very sad, but he's going to need to be chopped in half. So, let's chop down here a little bit. No animals were hurt in the production of this creation. It's only paper, guys, it's only papers, so you make it work for your project. Right, so then we had our little hedgehog peeping out this side. That's quite nice and easy because it's a little circle. Okay, so on this one we just want to pop glue around this side here. This is packaging. This little windows is the packaging. I wonder if Dawn's going to use the packaging. What do we reckon? I reckon she will. She likes using packaging. See, that one there is just a perfect fit. It was like it was completely made for that one. Right, the raccoon we're going to have to chop a little bit already, so I'm just going to, let's preserve that a little bit. Okay. See what we can salvage. Right. I'll just squeeze his head through. Yeah, so we'll pop. I'll stick him down first. I find it easier to stick down first and then cut away after. So let's pop a little bit behind his ears, like so. And then I'm going to pop a bit of glue here. Just trim that down. Okay, and then we're going to have to chop him in half again. It's fine though, they don't mind, they just want to be used. Right, there we go. Oh, I can't tell you how much I love this. I mean, you probably might be able to tell by the fact I'm giggling away like an idiot, but I really do love it. It's so cute. Okay, let's just get, I've got a little bit on the little fox's feet. There we go. And probably should take the pips off that fox first because I'm going to faff. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. Right, now I might have to detach this bunny. That's okay, we'll work it out. Right, I'm going to glue this down like so. Oh my goodness, I love it! I love it, I love it, I love it! Can you tell? Okay, let's get some glue down here. I hope I have as much fun through the rest of the video. I think poor Dawn felt bad because the last video I did, I literally moaned all the way through it. I mean, I did actually really enjoy it at the end, but I did struggle with it. But she shouldn't feel bad because actually I like my creativity to be tested. Sometimes when I'm in the middle of the project and it's not working for me, I don't like it quite so much. But when I kind of come away and think, oh, do you know what, I've actually made a project I really, really like. And I like to be challenged. That it feels quite good. Right, I'm now going to have to cut around the bunny rabbit. Its ears. So I'm just going to cut in like so, and then there we go. See, I knew we'd get there eventually. If we end up with a bit of dodgy cutting here, don't worry overly because you can normally find, even if it looks absolutely dreadful at this point, which quite frankly it does, that if you stick a little bit more distress ink around there, you'll never know. Oh my goodness, I love this. Love, 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 love. Can't tell you how much I love it. I mean, I know I'm going on about it, but seriously, I am absolutely so chuffed with that. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to get a bit more ink down this side. I'm going to get my pen out. I don't know that it needs much more, but we do have plenty of stuff to use. So we could have a little, oh, that actually might look quite nice. If we had a little banner. Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. I'm going to stick the banner across there. And then hopefully we've got enough to stick another bit going that way. Further down the tag. At least. I don't think we'll get a full, yeah, we'll not get a full thing. Yeah, but we could tuck it there. That works, doesn't it? Right, so we'll glue that in. And then maybe a little sentiment and a pen, and I think we can call our first project done. Only 4 more to go. Right, let's see. Adventures. Oh, I don't know what's going on over there, but there's a lot of noise. Let's go this way. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, people. Right. Can we just spruce this up a bit with a bit more foliage and whatnots? See, actually, I think this is where if I had all of these extra mushrooms and things, it would make a difference because I'd have just little bits just to sort of add and fill out and fluff out, as it were. So I'm just going to chop these up and I'll be cut out a plethora of little mushrooms and acorns, and I just think it'll help me to sort of have extra bits and bobs that we can sort of stick. Ooh, that could be quite nice. Let's just take the little pips off, and I'm going to cut into the bowl shape a little bit so that I can really bend that and shape it. There we go. And then I can give it a lot more shape. I'm just going to bend that back with my fingers like so, and then that means we can just stick that there on our little bunting. Oh, that's kind of cute. I'm not going for less is more on these. I'm going for let's stick as much as many. That was a cross between much and many all at the same time. It's a case of let's just stick as much as we can possibly do and to use our kit up. Now I don't know if I want my little sentiment. Maybe it doesn't need a sentiment. Or maybe we could just have adventures. Oh, I can't pick anything up. I'm saying my nails are so short, it's ridiculous. Oh, I don't know. Adventures. Do we have that? I don't know. Decisions. Happy. Well, we could have happy because it's made me very happy and it's the right sort of colourway. I just feel maybe there. Yeah, let's go for that there. Right. So after cutting all those mushrooms out, I'm not actually going to use it on this because, you know, I saw a bow. But, you know, I'm sure it will be fine. Right, we will still use it. This has not been time wasted, and at least I did it off camera, so you didn't have to watch it. You didn't have to endure all that pain of me fussy cutting to then watch me and not use it at all. I do love this tag. I'm so excited by it. I love the fact it feels like the most amazing quality. And knowing that that was just packaging. And I love the little creatures peeking out, playing peekaboo. I think it's brilliant. So I'm not going to put the Nuvo drops on anything just yet. I'm going to leave that till the end, just because we can only choose one colour. And at the moment, because I never know what I'm doing, at the moment I have no idea of any sort of direction or any idea. Things are just going to be created as I feel it. So I think it'll probably end up being like a white or a clear because that'll go in anything. But at the moment I don't know. So that's tag numero 1. Let's take this in. So I think we're going to need some big characters. We do have this fabulous owl, which our Donnie Dawn would like because she likes her owls. I have just realised that we have this on the packaging as well. And if I was to fussy cut, say, that border there, that it would give our owl something to sit on. That's too curved at the minute, but I will cut it up in bits. I'm thinking then we should have a little branch to sort of sit on, which could be quite cute. I think I will. I wasn't going to use the Distress ink, but I'm finding it a little bit stark. I think it's just the nature of the images that we are using with it. And because I'm going to sort of create a branch effect as well, that actually I do want to bring some colour in. I have changed my mind, but that is okay. That is a prerogative as you create. Sometimes you just have to go with how you feel. You have to be intuitive, and it's okay to sort of let your creative side loose and see what occurs. See, I think that looks much better now. I think she'll sit on there just nicely. Yeah. Twit-woo! Right, so then we can fussy cut around this. It's amazing. All this amazing, gorgeous die cut product, which I have die cut out, have sat on my desk ready to hand, and I am fussy cutting out the packaging. Which just shows you really can use absolutely anything. I'm not even bothered about it being particularly accurate. As I said, it's just more that I wanted her to be grounded. I think when you do things, it's good for your images to be grounded. So she wasn't big enough to sort of sit in the corner and carry the whole tag. She's a bit lost, so she needs to be a bit more, she needs to be further up, in which case she needs grounded because of the way her wings are. She's not in flight, so I just needed to ground her a little bit, in which case with birds it's really quite easy. You just need to create a branch for them to sit on. And then I sort of remembered that we had this wreath sort of idea Oh look, she's so pretty. I have to use an owl because it's Dawn's favourite. And then we've got Love, because we love the owl. Oh, how cute! How cute. I wonder if, does any of these... Oh, we've got the stickers. I forgot we had stickers. Oh, we've got a branch. A bit too big. But I do want to use that moose. There's a moose. Right, there's a floaty air one. No, I was wondering if it had clouds. I want clouds. So, we'll just use some scrap paper and make some. Because why not? So I'm just going to roughly create a cloud shape. Like so. And we can have one. Oh, I love it! Someone's very excited today. I feel very excitable. I have no idea why. Right. And we've got another one there. Oh, look. That is so cute. And we'll have a third. Rule of threes. I love that. Absolutely love it. Well, that came together rather quickly, didn't it? Right. Oh, maybe there. I likey. Right, let's... Where have I put... I put my blending mat on the floor because clearly that is the most logical place to have it. That's because I'm running out of space. So we'll just give a little bit of a tint of a hint. I don't really want to lose the white, but I don't want it too stark either. So I'm just using what's on the brush just to go around the edges. And then let's just stick this together. I'm so happy. Right, so we'll get our little cloud just there. And then I'm just going to take the little notches off this. Like so. Oops. Because the notches would bother me. Sad to say, but it's true. It's true. I need it. I'm just trying to work this out how I had it. There we go. Right there. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. Just stick some glue down there. Okay. Then I think we're going to raise her up. So let's grab some 3D foam. I mean, to be honest, I've kind of moved on to cardboard, but I still have 3D foam in my stash that needs used, so I'm going to go for that. I'm just going to just slightly curve it as well. So I just think it gives it a bit more of a natural look. Oh, seriously, my nail is doing my head in. My two most useful nails are ridiculously short. So I wreck them with gel polish and it just means I literally cannot do anything. I've lost the ability to live. No. Right. Let's have... Yeah, pop that there. That is looking cute. There we go. And then we've got our clouds, just like so. I'm going to give these a bit of a shape as well, because why not? And then I feel like I just need to tuck a little something in just there, but that we can sort in just a momento. Right. Yeah, it's so pretty. I like it a lot. These are these stupid, ridiculously, like, it's like sticking off. It's, I mean, it's good, you want things sticky, but you don't really want them to be sticking to your fingers as you're working. It's sort of, you know, I'm running out of fingers as it is. My unusable nails. Right, we just need to, I think I'd obviously had that a slightly different position. So I just want to create a little bit more definition to what she's sitting on. Oh, it's so cute though. So cute. I like. Right, let's get a bit of glue on this, and then I think we just need our pro marker and a pen for doodles, and we've done both of our tags. And then once I have sort of seen to that, I will tidy the desk somewhat so that we can actually see what we've got, and then we will move on to the 3 cards. So I just need to grab my pro marker. Okay, I'm just going to edge this. I love this so much. I love how these have turned out. Well delighted. Considering I had no plan when I started. Just had the, you know, brief that Dawn had given me. Other than that, I had no idea what I was going to be doing with any of the stuff. But that's the thing, let your product inspire you. Sometimes, you know, that is where your inspiration comes from. And that is also why when you buy something, use it. Don't hoard it and look at it and think how lovely it is. Because when you buy it, that's when you feel inspired by it. You bought it for a reason. You bought it because, you know, it spoke to you and you felt like it. And that is the biggest tip I can give you, is when you buy something, just use it. I have got a paper pad that I bought probably when I started, which was maybe about 15 to 18 years ago, and I still have it, and now I'm not as in love with it. The fashions have changed, I've changed, and I've got it there, whereas had I used it at the time, I'd have felt all inspired and made the best use of it. So, you know, and that way you're letting your products inspire you, you're feeling it. Right, I'm going to tidy the desk and then let's come back and do the cards. So I've had a quick tidy, and yeah. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use up some of the papers that have kind of been used before, you know, that I've got bits of, rather than cut into a new sheet of paper. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm literally just going to stick some papers on 3 separate cards, and then we can go from there. All at the minute I'm thinking about is using up these papers. Let's try and get it. I mean, as I said, there's absolutely no way we're going to use all of this on these makes, but I want to sort of give it a really good shot of, let's see just how much we actually can use on the cards. Right, so, and these ones have got kind of sort of quite a neutrally background. So we could have another element of that there. And we've got this one as well. I've obviously used at some point. Yeah. Let's have that. I've kind of torn that the wrong way. Can I get to that just to... just so that it matches the way the other bits have been torn. It's kind of stuck down. But you know, where there's a will, there's a way. It's ended up quite rough now, but that's fine. There we go. There we go, I've got quite a distressed feel to that now. And then we can pop that there, and then that there. I don't know what that is. Looks like some form of glossy accents or something. Right, let's get that on. And then this back on. Yeah. So we've created a bit of interest. Now, to be honest, Dawn's not put it on the list, but I probably would be tempted to sort of swoosh a bit of gesso over that a little bit, just to sort of blend the various papers together. But it wasn't on the list, and I'm going to be a good girl, because I'm a very good girl. I'm very good, and I'm never found on a naughty step. Ever, ever, ever. Because I'm such an angel. believe that? Maybe that should be my goal this year, not to end up on the naughty step. Not to have Dawn put me on the naughty step. Right, there we go. It's kind of, that's ended up in a bit more in the middle than I would have fancied, but hey ho. Right, so that's one card. Not cut that very evenly at the spine. There we go. I don't know what I was thinking there. Right, there you go, that's a bit better. Right, so what have we got left? We've got this one. So we'll just tear that down there like so, and then we've got this bit here that's left over. So I'm literally just trying to, the bits that are a bit scrappy, I'm literally just trying to get them used. So yeah, we'll put that there. So we've got that one there, and then we've got this one. So that's the second card. I mean, obviously they're not decorated, but I'm just getting the bases ready. This is actually very rarely how I craft. I don't tend to do sort of like make multiple cards at the same time. I tend to sort of work on one. It's like my head can't cope with doing more than one at the same time. Because my brain's very little. Right, so we've got that. Right. What other papers do we have here? Are these all full papers? I think they may well be. Okay, so in which case no, I'm not going to like that. I'm going to end up falling out with that. Let's get this green one in then, and I'm just going to cover that whole thing with the green one. Getting through the papers anyway, which is wonderful. Right, so let's stick that one down. And then what I'm going to do is just grab my distress ink. So we're working with the Peacock Feathers Distress ink. And I'm just going to go around the edge of all of the cards, but you have seen me do that a couple of times with the tags, so I might just take myself off camera because I'm aware that I'm making 5 projects, so I have no idea how long the video will be, and I don't want it to be ridiculously long. I mean, it's already going to be one of those sort of grab a cuppa and get yourself comfortable sort of videos, but you know, it might be best if it's not 3 hours long. A bit OTT. Right, so we've got that. Let's just, yeah, that could work. Just a bit of interest. That's the best way to get these scraps used up. It's just, as I said, I'm really not even thinking. I have no idea if these backgrounds are going to work with what we've got. We will discover that shortly. I'm just going to tear this side as well. But we have used up the scraps of paper, so well, mission accomplished. Let's just tear this like so, and we'll pop that there. There we go. It kind of blends in with the other ones as well then. Right, so as I said, I'm just going to trim this one off. Ooh, something's rolled onto the floor there, not quite sure what. I'm going to trim this off and edge it. Once we're all edged, I'll be back. I have edged my cards. I'm going to start with, I'm thinking, if I get some mushrooms, let's get some mushrooms first. And don't want to overthink this too much. Actually, I'm just going to do the 2 for just now. So we'll get those stuck on, like so. I'm just going to do it flat because I'm going to use one of the stickers. If you because I'm going to use the sticker flat here. If you're not keen on using the sticker flat and you prefer it as a 3D element, don't forget you can just peel it off and stick it onto a card or a bit of paper and then fussy cut it that way. So there are ways and means. So I'm thinking there that I want to sort of create a bit of a log, like so. Stick that down. Now I'm going to get some more of my mushrooms, and now I'm going to sort of attempt to create a bit more of a 3D look now. So I'm going to shape this like so. Right, let's go. I'm trying to avoid that 3D foam that I was using earlier because quite frankly it was painful. Let's not do that again. Oh, that might just accidentally end up in my daughter's craft supply. As I said, I'm still trying to bribe her into giving me something. I wouldn't mind, but you know, oh my god, it was like 99p from the 99p shop and she never plays with it. And I really, really want it because I've got an idea in my head now. We might get there. She was negotiating for money for roadbucks on roadblocks, so that may that may well be the solution. Okay, I have no idea again what I'm doing with this card. I'm just sort of playing and seeing what occurs, but I'm sort of thinking we'll create a little sort of woodland scene with the mushrooms and things. So that's looking quite good. I think I do need a character though, so we'll have a little look at what characters we have. Right. And maybe a couple of acorns just to hide the, I've got, you know, the edge of the stubby tree. There we go. Just so that we've not got that sort of like floating on nothing, but just to sort of prevent that look. Right, now we can find a little character to sit on our log. There we go. So he's quite cute. That worked quite well. Oh, I might start going full-blown collage actually. Would that work? Just go mad, stick it all on. I don't know. Or maybe we could have the bird. Decisions. Or maybe we could stick our moose. I like the moose, but it's quite big. See, this one I feel may have to go onto oh yes, I like that, but I don't like all of this extra bit here and I want a bit more dimension, so I'm just going to grab a sheet of card and I'm going to stick that down, and then let's fussy cut around that. I do like the moose. Oh, he's so gorgeous. Or she's so gorgeous. I like. So remember, just because something comes to you a certain way, it doesn't mean you can't adapt it. Now also, because this is a sticker, it's got a smooth finish to it. So if I was using him or her, I haven't decided whether it's a him or her, on a mixed media project for instance, I would be wanting my mediums to go over, and they're not really going to go over, so I would just slap a layer of clear gesso onto that. Oh look! Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. Yeah. I likey. Right, let's just keep fussy cutting around. In fact, I may just stop the camera a second. Because, oh, should I? I'm like, I'll just stop the camera, she says, as she keeps cutting. And then I'm thinking, it might not be that long. Do you want to see my fussy cutting? If you don't, just skip forward 10 seconds. You just press the little button. And there we go. It's this green patch here I wasn't so keen on. I wanted it a bit more. Now the other thing as well is that with a collage style card like this, I would be tempted to do shadowing. I still maybe could with a distress ink. I might do that and see how it goes because I feel like it needs it. Right, yeah, I'll just finish fussy cutting this off. I have cut me mousse out. I'm just going to stick another mushroom back here. Like so. And then I'm going to use 3D foam for our mousse again and just shape it slightly again. I'm kind of wondering whether I could do some shadowing with the peacock feathers. It's not going to rest on, because this is a sticker, it's not going to sort of, that's what's unsure, because I would normally sort of like go right in on all of that there, but I'm not going to be able to because it's shiny. Shiny! So I don't know whether just to leave well alone or whether to attempt it. I think I might have to leave it, to be honest. Right. Pop that in there, like so. Right, and now it still needs another little mushroom or something there to fill that gap. There we go. It's looking cute. I am liking it. I like. Now, the other thing is, don't forget, if you are on a stash busting thing and you are trying to get a kit used up, that you have the inside of the card that you may decorate. So I might just pop, in these cards, I might just pop a little element in the inside as well. So I'm going to grab my Pro marker and just get around the edges of this, like so. There we go, get that nicely framed. I'm also tempted to put this in there, I think that could be quite cute. The message, be brave. So I'm going to take the little notches out because that would bother me somewhat. I think you probably know that already by now. If you've watched this far into my video, then thank you. But if you have watched this far, you will have learned little quirks like this, like the notches are an issue, so they need removed. There we go. Yeah, I quite like that. I think it gives balance to the card. So I'm going to do as much as I can. I kind of would prefer it to be a bit further back, but obviously we need to be able to read it, be brave. So I'm going to take it as far back as I can and still have that be brave message. There we go. Chop this off. Okay, and then that gives us another little bit of foliage to play with. So I'm just going to grab those flowers because they can be popped in our little woodland floor collage thing that we've got going on here. Okay, a little bit doodling because, well, quite frankly it's me and so I need it. As I said, what you could do, I maybe not show you on all the cards because, as I said, I don't want this to be 10 hours long. It's grown from 3 hours when I said that 5 minutes ago to 10 hours. Right, but what you could do then is say we could have a little mushroom, because we've got mushrooms on it, so we'll pop a little mushroom there. And as I said, if you're stash busting and just wanting to use up every last little bit, that, you know, little extra strips of paper, so what have we got? No, we don't have that one on there. So we've got the blue. So we could, I should have probably put that on first. I'll just, yeah, I can just, sorry. And it just little nods to what you've got going on the front of the card. You can just pop that in, like so. Oops. And also on one of the cards, as I was inking, I've splodged the inside of the card, so then that's a great way of sort of making it look designer. Like, oh look, I've designed this. And it's another extra element, especially if you're given handmade cards, that it makes it sort of more handmade because you've thought about every little detail. I'm just trying to see if there's a little character that sort of suits the... Oh look, that's cute. And we've got a little birdie on the top, or I forgot. Yeah, I like the little bunny. Let's go with that. Okay. And of course, you could, if you've got bits left again, is then you take those bits. I'm going to pop another little bit there, I think. You take, you know, if you've got more characters left over and stuff, you can pop them on the envelope. And so then you've got a matching card, matching envelope, matching tag, and you've stash busted your kit, which is fabulous. So I do these little things and then think, now there's a line there that I don't like. So now I need another leaf. There we go. That's how I do collage. Just slap it on, and then if there's a little bit that you don't like, you just have to find another little element to stick on. There we go. And then I'm just going to do my little doodly border. And of course you could decorate that side as well if you wanted. Should we? Shall we go for it? I think Dawn will be impressed at how much of the kit I've used. Although saying that, I'll still have loads left. Well, we've still got a mushroom, so we could have a mushroom over here. What else have we got? Do we have another little character? We have a mushroom and a birdie. Or just 2 mushrooms, keep it plain. Yeah, let's just go for 2 little mushrooms, so we've just got the characters on that side. That's like a little storybook, isn't it? And then I probably would, just because it's me, make a frame this side too. As I said, I will not decorate the inside of each of them with you. I think I might decorate each side of them because I'm really interested to see how much. Like, we've got a little splodge there, so I'm wondering maybe we could have a little dangle of some description. Yeah, I might do it. I might just not film it all, as I said, so I don't bore frog in my throat there, so I don't bore you all silly. What have we got? We've got a little birdie. Yeah, there you go. See that one? Nah, I don't like it. We'll leave it like that. People can just live with the splotch. There we go. So that's that one. Right. So we now have this one. I'm trying to see what else we've got. I'm just going to grab a hold of these leaves. I'm not even, oh, she says. I was going to say I'm not even thinking, and you can tell because I just tore it. So I'm just going to grab a load of these leaves and just stick them here. I'm going to say a whole load of these leaves. There's not that many, they're feathers. I grab what leaves we've got and just plonk them on. Put that on there. And then we've got our little acorns. I love putting acorns on things. My grandparents, their second name was Oaks. So I always like to think that we're, you know, all from the oak tree. So that looks like I've got a funny gap, but I'm hoping to fill that. I'm hoping that there's going to be something in all of that that we can fill that in so that it makes sense. Cut off those sticky bits. Right, so we have a little raccoon. Oh, or we've got that fox, which is just, oh, that's just a bit cute. And I like the contrast of the orange and the blue actually. And we could have some more foliage just popping out. Oh, I like. Do I want that one or do I want this? I like the contrast of the orange, so I definitely want to go with the fox. Nope, I like that one. I'm going to just stick. Sometimes you're best just going with what you like. It's a bit like, have you ever been shopping for like a dress or something like that and you see one in the first shop that you like and then you go all round town just in case there's something else. I mean, I don't do that anymore now because I've learned my lesson. I just kind of go, yeah, I like it. Let's buy it, get out here and get to a craft shop because that's what I really want to be doing. So sometimes you just have to trust your gut instinct and be like, yep. Perfect. Right, so I'm going to pop that there, our sleepy little fox. And then we've got a little mushroom that can just come out here. Okay. I just noticed another wee mushroom there. I love doing sort of collage style things. It's just like lots of bits and you just randomly stick it together and see what occurs. It's fabulous fun. So I'm going to pop some of those leaves up here. I think I've got a fair few of them, so I'm hoping I can get away with this. There we go. We've covered quite a lot of the stickers, but it's still giving that nod to layers and layers of foliage, so it's all good. There, and as I said, hopefully I've got a few more leaves that I can just pop around the front here. Oh, still having difficulties with the old dodgy nails. The nails that are too short to be of any use to anybody. It's a right pain in the bottom, quite frankly. My video is 10 times as long because I couldn't pick anything up with my nails. That's my excuse and I am sticking with it. Right, so yeah. I'm just building up as many leaves and bits and bobs as I can get away with in this corner, and then I think we'll get a sentiment. Got all these vellum sentiments that we've not used. Trouble is with vellum, you've then got to find a way of sticking it down. You are loved. Oops, ripped right into that. That was a bit clever. Right. So there's no way I'm even going to be able to use all of those vellum sentiments anyway, so right, yeah, so I quite like that. I'm going to pop a bit of glue down this bit here, but that does mean I'll continue to build, I'll tuck that down as much as I can, but I'm going to continue to build up the foliage behind the ear of our little thing, and then that's just going to hide any glue that might end up just showing and peeking out. So we can still make it work. We've got loads of these little acorny things, so that can work. What else have we got? This. It's kind of cute. It's kind of, I have to chop it down a bit because it's kind of covering the sentiment a little bit. Okay, I think this one could be done. I'm just going to, see, this is the one that where I've created a nice little decorative piece just there. Quite by accident. Right, so I'm just going to stop the camera. This vellum's a little bit mucky. I'm just going to tear it. There we go. Right, I'm just going to stop the camera and I'm going to pop something on the inside of this, which I'll just show you later. Okay, so we are on to our last card. And I'm just going to pile a load of these presents up and have them running up the top of the card, Don't quite know where I'm going with this, but you know, I've not used these yet, so why not? I'm sort of running out of woodland stickers. I've got another little green one here. I'll do that. Okay. I'm literally trying to just do this with as little thought as possible. Right, we've got our little squirrel there. What else have we got? Yep, right. Let's go with that. She says, I have no idea if this looks okay or not. I really don't know. Or maybe we could... Oh yeah, I like that. I like the contrast of that better. Okay, let's do that. We'll do that instead. Have a little birdie at the top. Right. We'll see how that's looking. Again, got issues because my nails don't work. Do you know this yet? Have I dropped enough subtle hints? I can't cope, my nails don't work. Right, we've got some more mushrooms here in sticker form, so I'm going to get them down first. Oh, she says, what is with me? Determined to tear these stickers. It's ridiculous. Right, we'll stick that one down there. We'll be covering up the fact that I've torn it. Right. There, and then we've got a little one here that we can put over here. I quite like collage style cards where you just got absolutely loads going on. It's like there's no rules with collage, you can just slap it all on. There we go. So we've got a little mushroom there. Again, I think I'm going to go with 3D foam for that. I'm not loving this card right now, so we will just keep going till we are. If it's not finished or if it's not right, then it's not the end. That's what my sister-in-law says. It's to do with other things in life, but it applies really well with your crafting as well. If you're not keen on it, if it doesn't feel right, then that's fine. You just keep faffing about till you are happy. Right. I think it's because I'm not particularly a sticker fan, to be honest. I don't like the shininess of them, so I put them down and then I'm like, so I need sort of enough other stuff going on to disguise it a little bit. Nope, that's it. Oh, we've got some more foliage here from the bit that we cut out, and actually I've still got a bit on the floor from earlier as well, so we could maybe use that just to help the situation a little bit. I'm very proud of myself at how much packaging I've used. And to be honest, I think we have got through a fair amount of stash, which is pretty cool. More than I thought we would. So yeah, I'm piling up more elements here to sort of, just so that the stickers then become this sort of little detail that's in the background somewhere, but they don't become the main focal thing and sort of distract from actually thinking we've got florals here, so I'm going to cut around those. Because they could be used. Could build this up a little bit. Yeah, quite liking that. And then I think I'm just going to have the word amazing. Oh yes, that's getting happier now. This is definitely, see, I definitely kind of would like shadowing. I just do feel, especially with collage style cards, that shadowing makes all the difference. I may need to attempt it on this one just so the pile of presents sort of stands out a little bit more. And we'll see, I need to bring that further over. I had that, so I liked it a minute ago, and now I feel like I've put it down different to how I had it. And it's not working for me quite the same now. Right. Maybe I need to turn that around a little bit. I think the two displays of flowers have got very similar shapes, and that's sort of causing issues a little bit. Do you know what? I'm actually going to take out amazing from here. And I'm going to use that adventure one. Actually, we've got the have as well, so we could have it at an amazing. Amazing adventures. Getting there. It's getting there. Pop that there. Yeah, I like the Amazing Adventures. It's a bit different. It's a little bit different. There we go. This is probably my least favourite card of all of them, to be honest. I don't know why. I'm just not feeling it the same. This is sort of like you're beginning to get to not got as much choice in your elements, so sometimes you can, yeah, sort of lose your way a little bit. And also sometimes I find when I've been like looking at, I don't know how Dawn does it. Dawn does these sort of, how many cards can I make, and she works through a whole paper kit. I would sort of like lose the will after a very short space of time. I get very easily and very quickly bored. So I think sometimes it's just a case of I maybe need a break from the kit a little bit, see it again with fresh eyes, and kind of come back to it at another point. I just want a little bit of foliage just to neaten up this bottom part. It's not bad, it's not horrendous, so you know I can live with it. Okay, maybe a couple of these little acorns. Actually, we could tuck one coming out from behind there. I don't like when you start to see like the edges of the layers underneath. I kind of feel it should all So when I start seeing little holes or gaps, they start to bother me, and then I have to fill them in, and I think that's the issue. I'm needing to just fill them in a little bit, but I need foliage elements to do that with. And I've kind of been using them up, which is good, because actually in my head I was like, oh, I really would want to see how much of this kit I can actually use. Well, we're certainly working our way through it, that's for sure. What have I got left in the papers? Oh yeah, we've got some little flowers in these papers. That might help. So let's just chop into them and cut them out. And yeah, I'll have to find other ways of using those papers, so that's fine. You just use it as you want to. I will still use every scrap of it because I don't believe in throwing stuff away. But how it will be used now, I don't know. Right, let's just get those out and see if that helps. Oops. My stomach's rumbling, so I'm hoping dinner's ready. Alistair just came through and spoke to Kezia, and Kezia's on the phone with a friend, so hopefully that was him sort of giving her like a 5-minute warning or something. Well, not a 5-minute warning, that sounds terrible, but letting her know it's 5 minutes, because the trouble is if you don't give a warning to say, right, you're going to have to stop what you're doing in a certain amount of time, or we're going to have to go, then you know that's when we get all the waterworks. Whereas at least if there's an expectation of, right, okay, this fun thing you are doing is going to come to an end, the transition's a little bit easier. Right, so I have got those, and I think that's just enough to plug those gaps a little bit. Let's maybe get another 2. So as I said, I have hacked into this paper a little bit, but that's okay. Because it's your paper, you can do with it what you want. It's actually normally one of the first things I do when I get a paper, is I kind of have a look and see what elements I can fussy cut out. And I have to say, I do like random collage cards, so this is quite good. Yeah, it needs to be 5 though, so it's not even. 4 will bother me because it's too even. You need odd numbers. I mean, rule of 3 kind of works better, but odd numbers. Definitely odd numbers. Oops. Yeah. So we'll stick those down, and I think by the time we've got our edging on there, it'll not be bad. And then what I will do is I will clear the old desk, and we can have a little closer look at what is going on. There we go. Little raccoon surrounded by gorgeous flowers. There we go. I like that. Right, so let's get our... Oops, oh, I stuck my bird down. I'd obviously just popped it there to test it, and then never stuck it down. There we go. Right, so, oh, actually I need to just neaten the edge. There's no way my black pen's going to hit that, or it's going to even... Oh, we're going to stand up. So we've got a lot of bumpety bits just sort of overlapping along the bottom there. Wonder what's for dinner. I have to say, Alistair is amazing. He does. He's quite good at cooking, and he quite enjoys it as well. I don't particularly enjoy it. I do it because, you know, it's necessary in life to eat, and that requires having to cook on occasion. But he'll be going back to work next week because he works outside, so although we're all in lockdown, his work is not affected by it. So I will be starting Monday with him going back to work, so I'll not have as much time to myself, and homeschooling beginnings. Boy, am I looking forward to that. Who else here is homeschooling? How do you find it? I'd be fine if we were left to our own devices. Last lockdown, I didn't actually look at Google Classroom for the first week because I had so much other stuff to sort of get my head around and sort that I was like, do you know what, I'm not stressing about it. And I just kind of thought to myself, right, well, she's going to need to do some sort of literature, she's going to need to do some sort of writing, she's going to need to do some sort of reading, a bit of maths, a bit of art, a bit of something practical. And I just gave her a list of different choices, and we got on fine as soon as we started doing Google Classroom. Whew. Anyway, I'm going to clear my desk and show you everything that we've made today. Okay, so I'm hoping I can quickly film this last bit before my battery dies. So we have got these 2 tags here that we made out of the packaging. We have this gorgeous moose card with that was being decorated inside. We've got this little one with a fox curled up. I have to say, I've really enjoyed using this kit. It has been fun. I kind of want to just keep crafting now with what I've got left over, and just finish off the kit, so I may very well do that and pop that in a video in the next couple of days. But anyway, there are my makes from this Dawn and Julia Create. I hope you have enjoyed watching it. I know the first thing I will be doing on 6 o'clock was popping over to see what our lovely Dawn is. She will have smashed this because she is so good at stash busting. The woman is a machine. She is amazing. I love watching her. So please do pop over and check her out, because I can guarantee you will be inspired. Anyway, if you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing, and I will be back with you very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.